Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for this video. I realize that the video quality is really bad, so I'm mostly recording it in the dark. So that way you can just hear this narration and stuff like that. And today we're going to talk about port begging. This is something that I kind of heard a little bit about, I think, last week. And I kind of was thinking about it, and I'm like, well, this doesn't make any sense to me. So I decided I'd make a video about it, and also get you guys' opinions. So make sure you put your thoughts in the comments down below. Love to hear what you guys have to say in regards to this. But my understanding is that recently, Bandai Namco, I think it was Project Cars 2. They said, well, if you really want to get this game over to the Switch, you need to go over to so-and-so's Twitter, and you need to blow up their Twitter and stuff like that, asking for it, begging for it, stuff like that. And, to me, this is a big no-no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm the kind of person that I always demand, or at least I would expect, games to come, especially to my Nintendo systems. I mean, it just makes a ton of sense to me. Because as I've talked about in previous videos, for an example, the Wii U is a very capable system. I mean, if you had games that could come over to the PS3, 360, then you could bring it over to the Wii U easy. And now we have a system with the Switch that is way more capable than the Wii U. And since it's running off of like Unreal Engine 4 and stuff like that, for a lot of its games, they run off Unreal Engine 4. There shouldn't be any excuse. I mean, we're seeing Doom show up, we're seeing Skyrim, we're seeing Wolfenstein 2, and that's a brand new game. So there really shouldn't be any excuse to not bring these games over. So I'm not going to port beg. Okay? Second of all, okay, I mean, so that's pretty much the first point right there is, just because of the pure, the principle of the matter, I'm not going to port beg. I mean, either you're going to support the system or you're not, and at this point, you don't have any reason not to support the Switch. I mean, it's selling well. Week after week, it's selling well. And you have a lot of developers that are on board on it. I mean, look at Bethesda, a company that has not really, for as long as I can remember, has really not supported Nintendo. And they have 3 games coming out in the Switch from the first year. I mean, it's... and actually, that's just 2017, to be truthful with you. Next year in 2018, who knows how many we'll get. So, that's a big leap. So I think it'd be easy for you and other developers to be able to bring these games over to the Switch. Because, first of all, I'm not going to buy a copy of the game just because it's on the Switch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like with Doom. I'm going to buy Doom on my Xbox One. I mean, just pure and simple. I buy my Bethesda games for my Xbox One. That's where I play them. So, it just makes sense. So I'm not going to port beg to bring a game over to the Nintendo Switch if I'm going to buy it on my PS4 anyway. But my second point is that you should want to bring it over to the Switch anyway, because one, right now, it's making a lot of money. I mean, it's selling out a lot, and why would you not? I mean, I've said this before in previous videos, time and time again. Why would you not want to bring in money? I mean, even with the Nintendo Wii U, like I talked about, you had, 4 markets that you could essentially hit with the PC market, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. Why would you want to eliminate it? Even if it only... So even now, you make a console game, for an example. Why would you want to only hit 2/3 of the market? You know what I'm saying? Like, that just doesn't make any sense when you could just come out with a game, even if it's just, a little bit weaker, maybe it doesn't run as smoothly, or just doesn't look as great, but you're still able to bring it over. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I speak with my wallet. Like, I always tell people this, speak with your wallet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if they came out, like Resident Evil Revelations is about to come out for the Switch. I've contemplated getting rid of my copy of Resident Evil Revelations 2 to buy Resident Evil Revelations on my 3DS, to buy Resident Evil Revelations and Resident Evil Revelations 2 on the Switch, to show my support for the company, to show Capcom that, look, I want these mature Resident Evil games on my Switch. You know what I'm saying? So I did the same thing with Bayonetta. I bought Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 on my Wii U, you know. There's a lot of options, and I can play these games anywhere. I can play them on the PS3, I can play them on the PS4, Xbox One. So for me to sit here and say, I'm going to buy this game for the Nintendo Switch means that I'm dedicating my time to it, you know? Like, there's a lot of games that are coming out in October. We're getting towards the end of the year. And I'm going to buy all my games on the Switch. I'm going to be buying Super Mario Odyssey. I plan to buy Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that time where I'm going to more likely be popping down a lot of money on Nintendo games because I want to show my support. And when it was down between Horizon Zero Dawn or Breath of the Wild, I picked a Switch with Breath of the Wild. I mean, brand new hardware, brand new Zelda. I knew what I was going to get into. I still want to get Horizon Zero Dawn because that looks really great. But I'm just saying, I have to make a choice sometimes when it comes to this. And so, to me, I just think that we need to speak with our wallets, you know? I mean, if Project Cars 2 did come out for the Nintendo Switch and we all bought copies of it, it would show them that we're serious about having a game like that on the Switch. But I'm not going to beg for it. I mean, pure and simple. Either you're going to bring it to the Switch or you're not. I'm not going to buy it either way. I have no interest in racing games like that. I don't have any interest in those kind of games. But that's just me. So, anyways, I think I kind of rambled on a little bit towards the end of that, but the point of the matter is that we should not be port begging. You know, either you as a developer are going to support the Switch, come out with a game for it, and even if it sells a quarter of the money that you would get on, like, a PlayStation or an Xbox console, you're still getting something out of it for your efforts, you know? And if it sells better, like it did with Rayman Origins, then that should tell you that there's obviously a market for that on that system, and you should continue to support it. But that's just me. Make sure that you put your thoughts down in the comments down below, guys. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Like this video if you did enjoy it, even though it was dark and probably didn't even see much of anything. I still appreciate you guys watching and listening to me today. And you can always subscribe if you want. I try to make content like this all the time, although, frankly, I've caught up with life lately, so it kind of has been eluding me lately to get around to making videos. But I appreciate any support I can get. Thanks for watching, guys. Have yourself a good one, and I'll see you next time.